Welcome everyone to RGN. We're here for the Freedom Cup. I haven't actually said that tournament name in a little while. We're ending it though. We got the grand finals tonight. Very exciting stuff. It's going to be a best of three or potentially two best of threes. That's how, again, the double elimination works. It's going to be Conquest versus CLG. Looks like we are all ready to get into the first map. It is going to be Mirage, so we'll jump right into it.
Was that my cue, Chad?
I thought we had a bit of a video, but I think we're still missing it. So imagine there was a beautiful live on 3 graphic, and go. We're back into things. Yeah, we're going live into the pistol round. Laser Jesus, how do you think this is going to go?
Couple months ago, I'd say, or maybe even a month ago, I'd say CLG would have a great shot to bring this into a second best of 3. Of course, CLG is going to need to win it. But where their roster's at right now, 2 best of 3s, you got to think Conquest will walk away with one of them.
Find out shortly here. Again, this is our first map in store. Second will be Cobble. Potential third would be Dust 2. Of course, again, Conquest coming from the upper bracket. We didn't get a chance to highlight it. Maybe we can show the brackets in between maps or something. Luminosity was in prime shape in the upper bracket, but unfortunately, they are overseas. Well, I think they're actually back, but they're in South America now. So anyhow, can't play nonetheless. And we'll see Nafly go down first and foremost. Rush firing back, takes down Fugly. Daps to follow it up. So CLG losing members as this A-take is underway.
Yeah, it was a great start for them too. And CLG, after Fugly's pick inside of the Palace, they just get wrecked on all fronts. And it was a great pick to open up with as well. Getting that Palace player down gives you great leverage onto the bomb site. As my game will crash, but Fugly, I didn't even notice he was standing in for Peter. I crashed as well. Give me one moment. Oh my god, sound. Doesn't look like CLG's having much success on their offense. Once again, sorry about all the delays and errors we're having. We all just simultaneously received a glitch we've never saw before. Bear with us.
Yeah? Okay. Looks like we are back into the game. All right. Excellent. As, yeah. Technical woes. We're over them. We're good now, Laser. As we can see, Stanislaw, first one to go down. That's via Tarek, and some heavy mid control here from CLG.
Got tons of mid presence, but Rush inside of the ladder room. Does bring down Cutler, and there's a lack of a trade from the CLG side. We do have another member coming up catwalk. That is Hayes with his AK. Still looking for Rush. Rush hasn't made any noise that he's falling down back to window, as Daps will collect one at the UMP, so even numbers, but pretty big advantage for CLG.
See JDM able to take down Nafly here. Only Daps left up, and with the UMP, well, that's going to be that. Tark just headshots him right through the smoke, and CLG will take their first rifle round here, or first round period, and that'll be now 3-2-1. So enough money for another buy here from Conquest. Again, you guys did not witness it, but their 2 anti-ecos went pretty darn well. Didn't lose very much, so you can see Op on Shazam, pretty much all the utility they want.
Yeah, we did see, or you probably heard, 1v5 ace clutch by our producer. But, yeah, first round for CLG. And looking at both teams' equipment, pretty much a full buy on both sides. Mid control attempted once more for CLG, bringing even more firepower to middle this time. Conquest, despite losing the mid battle last round, are not giving it up. In fact, they're supplementing middle with more players as well. And any second now, we're about to see a huge firefight at mid, and likely going to dictate who wins the round.
Slowly creeping up catwalk here is Cutler. Does he expect someone inside a ladder? He takes down Rush. So that's going to be an early entry for CLG. Definitely a nice start to the round for them. Shazam actually going to head out of window room. Daps taking down Hazed and Connector will even things back out. But we can see the bomb still towards top mid. CLG hasn't necessarily committed to anything, and looks like they will actually head back through T-spawn towards A.
Yeah, this is always a nice reaction to getting your mid control. Try to follow it up with another avenue onto a bomb site. Unfortunately, they lose Cutler on the catwalk. And with that, their mid control, as JDM's going to fall back to the ramp. I wouldn't have minded him staying at middle either. Because, I mean, how he's going to be able to trade off with his op from lower isn't the greatest. But I suppose they want an additional smoke there.
Oh,
no. Yeah, maybe he could have cut him off at mid.
And Naf just dropped an incendiary right at ramp. So that's going to make things a little troublesome. Cuts up a little bit more time. And with 15 seconds remaining, that's no time for any mistakes at all. Shazam taking down JDM. Fugly will fall. No, it's only Tark with 10 seconds. He's able to take down Daps, but that's basically a save scenario, as that just kind of proves how important some of those pieces of utility can be in the last moments. That one incendiary just cuts off their avenue and basically creates no time.
Yeah, it wasn't enough time at all. And a lot of that was expended by JDM coming back to the ramp as well. And trades didn't come into effect as JDM got picked early on, but I was worried. And it came to fruition. A little bit too much time expended by CLG as Cutler. Oh, I thought he was AFK, but just lining up the smoke inside at spawn. A really delayed mid-smoke. It's a connector one, very delayed. But it will arrive in time to provide cover for Fugly down below, and they're going to attempt a mid-crunch. This is a very weak mid-crunch, though.
We can see Shazam taking down Hazed in top middle. So JDM is going to be positioned up in Palace. And it looks like a lot of their take is just hinging on him getting a pick of some sort from that location, but he actually will fall off of it as they're smoked out. So going to reroute, but the problem is they lost someone in middle, and they don't necessarily have the intel that no one's pushed up there. So heading back, this is a bit of a risk, and we'll see how it works out, though, as, again, they're headed towards B apartments.
I mean, I think they'd have the same chances coming out either way. They're looking for JDM to find the opening, as you're highlighting, and going back to B, is it any easier?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Yeah, no, that op, unless they can get Stan jumping here, but JDM, no, he just got spotted, so Stan letting go of that incendiary. Again, they're going to cut off this take, and, well, Fugly goes down first and foremost.
Yeah, that jump was the round. The moment he got away with that jump at truck, unless we see something insane from JDM, probably not going to be. And similar to last round, they're cut off by a Molotov once more, coming into the final seconds of the round. And so far, Conquest looking real clean, not losing a single player. And Tarek, yeah, this is deja vu, him for the save again.
Yeah, actually won't be able to save it. No one goes down on the Conquest end. And this is a worrisome start here from CLG. They take the first rifle round, they lose the one thereafter. Conquest, they haven't built up that comfortable of a bank just yet, but moving into a round like this one, where they've got more than the opportunity yet again to build up a bank. Well, Fugly, he's got a vest and an AK, but other than that, a little bit of utility and pistols.
And one of the things CLG have going for them, I mean, Fugly is a better fragger than Finesse, which is what I thought one of the problems bringing in PETA tonight would be for CLG, just lacking some of the fragging ability that could make up for not being their solid 5 for this match. As CLG do get themselves one kill, but not going to be enough to get that bomb down. Cutler, okay, there's another one. Vital signs, but for how long? I'm surprised Conquest are allowing the bomb to go down.
We're going to see Incendiary should be able to flush out Fugly, drops him very low. Naf takes a fight with Cutler. Now only Fugly, and he will fall. So bomb plant, 2 frags. Could have been a little bit more down. You can see 2 players very low, so it could have been even worse. But CLG at this point, not a bad round. Get the bomb plant out of it. But we'll see what they have in store moving into this next one. JDM, more than enough. Actually, he's got 5,200. Cutler had more than enough to drop him. I thought they would just swap weapons. But now, okay, he'll do it with Haze. So at the very least, he will get that weapon. But we'll see how they decide to take in this round.
And the mid control, one of the frustrating things about Mirage on T side is when you're getting mid control and still losing the round, something's going wrong. And this time Conquest is pushing up aggressively up mid. I love this reaction. JDM will trade off, but there's still so many members of Conquest, and JDM is going to have to overextend if he wants to get involved any further. And this time Conquest put a stop to the mid control.
Tarek lurks out a ramp to follow. Nafly takes him down. Like you stated, that was an excellent adjustment from Conquest. CLG not really seeing it coming. They had quite a few players to deal with it, but kind of caught them by surprise, and well, they come out at the disadvantage.
It's a really smart read by Conquest as well, because I mean the chances of CLG hitting mid again when they've been 100% on getting mid control is super likely. So that read by Conquest to put 3 members there, it gives them such a great chance to win the round.
We can see the round before the one we just witnessed, they were able to take down 2 players. In that last one, though, 4 left up. So the economy it's very comfortable at this point on that CT side. You can see Shazam will have enough to buy an op if they go down. Nafly with 10k. Yeah, things are looking good, whereas on the CLG end, you can see yet another force coming out of them. 3 Tech 9s, 1 Galil, and a single AK. Not the equipment that they're looking for. And considering the one round that they won was the rifle round, this isn't giving them much of a shot.
No, not at all. I mean, got nerfs to these pistols. Still deadly, but Tech 9s, I think we'll see a lot less of these rounds won. But wait a minute, through the smoke, Cutler onto Nap. There is a gap in the smoke. I don't know how Shazam's whipping these. Looks like planted near fire, but a nice flick keeping Shazam in it. JDM was hunting for that up. Now Shazam following it up with some whiffs. His teammate got to get involved.
Dabs from the stairs here. Still a 4-on-4. They do have kits on every single player, and again, equipment advantage. And now 2 frags going their way. Will be a player advantage as well. Fugly all alone, and he's trapped inside a palace. This is a very difficult spot. Does hit the headshot under Rush, but, well, Rush with an AK, he hits the headshot as well. Well, we all know how that duel goes. He wins it in 1 click, and Conquest was a little threatening in that round, was CLG, but they couldn't close it.
And then it's looking really dominant so far for Conquest, and the next map is Kabul, which Conquest picked, which CLG beat them on like months ago.
Yeah, very interesting. Kabul is a very strong map for CLG, so I don't know.
I mean, with very small changes, I feel like on Kabul, if you have any changes within your roster when so much of Kabul is executing together on the T side as a team, and any dent you put in that strength as a team can really hurt you. So, I mean, I don't mind the pick at all from Conquest.
So we'll see how that second map goes as Shazam primed to find a pick towards A ramp. He's actually covered by a smoke here, and he did spot a player for a moment, whiffs a shot. Now they know where that op is at. Dab speaks out, fully white screen, still does a lot of damage to the players. As he's got Haze down to 10 hit points, finds Cutler. And again, Hazed Fugly very low here, although they are at the player advantage.
Wow, I don't know how Rush didn't finish that kill onto Fugly. Shazam still a ticket. Stan working his way up from jungle. Fugly is hunting for him. He can't seem to find him. It's Stan who comes out on top, and his mouse spazzes out or something.
Yeah, that looked really weird. Gotta look down at the floor and did a bit of a spin. I'm curious what happened there, but Shazam still with a chance again. He's just very low, and he'll find the flick shot. Trying to find JDM here. He's lost a lot of hit points, though. He's got the Tech 9 in a dream, 1 shot, but JDM will put him down. Collects the op as well. CLG with their second. You got to think, though, of Stan's equipment. Maybe that is something he just screwed up and like lost his mouse off the pad, but that looked very bizarre.
Right. It's either like his mouse is just malfunctioning.
Right, just broke
like
on the
where
spot.
it fell off the pad, or like his spin bot key got all messed up.
Some muscle spasm maybe is.
I don't know. If that's a spasm, his sensitivity is like a 20. But in that 1 versus 1, Shazam demonstrated what kind of opper he is. He had his Tech 9 pulled out, and JDM just working back and forth, making sure he doesn't get picked with the AWP. And Shazam's reaction is to pull out the op, crouch, crab walk backwards, and go for the no scope. Like, okay, buddy.
Yeah, no, that was definitely an interesting way to take it, but again, just Shazam goes, as you can see CLG trying to take into the B-bomb site, but Shazam totally shutting it down. He took down 2, and I believe that he dealt that damage on Fugly as well. Leg shot. Is now Nafly and Daps send in the nade, and well, hits the 3-pointer. Nice shot from Nafly.
Yeah, and with that solidifies a monstrous half for Conquest, because CLG, they're looking at least 1 save. I mean, 2 if they want an op for JDM and a bunch of nades. Maybe they can get the bomb down here, but problem is if they invest anything to try to get the plant, well, it kind of ruins the point of buying in the next one if they can't get it down. So just a smoke in the hands of Cutler. And an excellent round by Shazam. That was on top of CLG getting the entry pick into B, which can be really hard to come by early on in the round.
So Shazam working towards middle, watching the smoke, and they take a lot of damage, or he takes a lot of damage, rather. He does drop Cutler.
Wow.
Fugly ends up dropping him, though, and that's going to be that, as just couldn't help but peek yet again. Rush going down as well. This is not good looking around thus far. Dabs takes down JDM. Not a lot of damage dealt to him either, so they should be able to clean this up considering Fugly and Hazed.
Yeah, I don't know where CLG gets their next kill in this situation. Dab's still looking confident at mid. Everybody now from CLG wounded. Dab's been spent a lot of time in this game white screened, but not afraid to peek while blind anyways.
Yeah, definitely a painful experience. Stan spots Fugly, takes him down. Only Tarek remaining. Stan's got 3 bullets. Cannot get it done with those 3 bullets though. Tried to make it work with the burst. Naf at long range, trying to put Tarek to bed here, and eventually he will go down. Naf will hide with the tech. So double digits for Conquest on their CT side, and again, this was CLG's map choice, and they're not looking too hot on their T side.
No, this is not looking good for them at all. The rounds that they've won haven't been able to compile them into more, or at least consecutively. And they just had no chance of breaking the economy of Conquest so far. I mean, they pretty much need the last couple of rounds, and they're going to continue to challenge Shazam, who this time isn't peaking as much. And CLG, this is developing into a very strong round for them, especially if they can bring down Shazam. But they've gotten mid control many times this match, but they haven't been able to convert.
You can see Shazam in connector gets caught, put down to 50 hit points, but they can't finish out that frag. Rush from Catwalk tries to peek out, follow it up, can't find anything either. So a bit of a stalemate, but middle control, like you have highlighted. We're gonna have Fugly coming through underpass. Actually, it looks like he'll head back towards B. Now, this is interesting. Tarek just classically lurking towards a ramp. They've got their middle control, but what do they do with it? If they can't actually convert it into an execute of some sort, this is, again, very worrisome. JDM in the top of connector. It's an opportune angle for him to hold, but see how this works out. Dab speaking towards Tarek, spots him out. There's quite a bit of damage as well, but going to come out of connector. JDM drops. Hazed onto Dabs, though.
Still haven't taken much position into the bomb site. Hazed onto Naf, and now Shazam's caught with his AWP, but gets hazed anyways. Tarek desperately trying to get into the fray, but now he's got to make his way around Shazam, and he still has focused on connector, where currently nobody is residing. Rush gets caught peeking, though. And now Conquest have grouped up. Tarek has to identify this quickly that both of them are there. Gets Shazam, looks for the next, but just didn't believe right away. Stan doing a good job lurking. I mean, there's a couple ways you could play that. One, bait, like Stan just did, because, I mean, the chances of him going for the trade in that situation immediately are hasty. As, I gotta silence my phone.
As the entire audience checks their Facebook messages. How dare you, Laser. It happens. It happens. It's Laser's Christmas gift to all of you. As move it around, 14, 11-2. As, yeah, I actually thought Shazam got a little over-aggressive hopping up onto the ticket booth, especially, you know, you're versus Tarek in that situation. He's more than capable of making that work, but, again, like you had highlighted as well, Stan just baiting it out and cleans up the round. CLG with pretty much no equipment in this scenario. Yeah, they got some utility, but it's basically just, well, Tech 9s and such. And Cutler takes an M4 for himself, drops Stan very low inside of the B bomb site. This creates a great opportunity as, yeah, Stan is now dealt with.
Big opportunity given to CLG. Shazam, though, brings down the planter. This is going to buy so much time to rotate, but we have a sneaky JDM in this situation. He's creeping up from middle, but Naf somehow knows JDM still gets the duel, or it goes his way. Shazam looking for him. He knows somebody's there, but what a disastrous round out of Conquest. First rush goes down immediately on the catwalk, and then, who was it? Stan tries to follow it up. It looks like there was some miscommunication on the side of Conquest, because the catwalk was not called. He must have called that he was going into the ladder room.
Yeah, he was kind of Stanislaw that is caught on the back foot underneath B apartments there, and yeah, completely caught out. Did not have a read at all that someone was coming his direction from Cat. So sad times for Conquest, but to be fair, with 11 rounds, we'll see if CLG can find the last round of this first half. We'll at least make it 11-4, and we, to be fair, Mirage, we've seen comebacks from that score line. It's not the most likely, but again, this is Counter-Strike Go. Could definitely definitely see it happen here as Shazam posted up on Cat, and this is the first time that we've seen him do so. He gets 2 frags immediately. Usually it's Rush hanging out there. JDM will fire back, takes down Stanislaw, but Shazam not done. Takes down a 3rd one in middle. Now it's only Fugly and JDM as they enter into B.
And these are the kind of games where Shazam is most dangerous to me, like where he's really strong for the fantasy pick. When he's feeling competent, it's map number 1. I mean, he's going to go into map number 2 with a bunch of confidence, and even when the guy has reason not to peek, he'll still go for the peek. And right now, he has no reason not to peek, so danger for Conquest or for CLG.
Will Robinson or CLG, one of the two. Probably both, but yeah, anyhow, he's definitely hitting his stride at the moment, and do want to let you guys know we've got a couple Twitter giveaways that I don't actually know if they have been posted on our Twitter. They will be very shortly, though, I promise you guys, as I'll at least let you know as we look forward to them. We got our wonderful VOD director giving a Vanilla Huntsman knife away. So if you guys want to get in on that, again, it's a Twitter giveaway. Jump on over to GoRGN TV, drop them a follow. You'll see the tweet there. And, as well as that, head on over to Tister's page. Again, our VOD director. It's just Tister7 or at Tister7. Drop him a follow as well and retweet that specific tweet that you'll see on the TV page. And then I'm actually going to have a giveaway as well. Got a field-tested op as well. So if you guys want to get in on both of those, again, the instructions and such, it'll all be on the GoRGN TV Twitter page. So if you guys, again, go on over there. It will be very straightforward. Again, and I'm not 100% certain if it's posted yet, but it sure will be, and all the winners will be posted on Christmas Day. I believe that's what we're doing, Christmas Day. Anyhow, we'll talk more about it after, as Conquest versus CLG, moving into the second half of the first map of the first potential best of 3. Here we go.
Yo, sick numbers, Chad.
Right.
Conquest off to a dominating lead, and CLG need pistol. They need practice with 5 is what they really need at this point. Conquest looking real dominant. And a 3-man B fake. No, just lurking around the stairs. So they just want to make presence at B. And this is going to pan out strangely. Both teams attempting a pistol that's not all that common. And an interesting start.
Hazed and Tar getting very aggressive in B apartment. Hazed is taking a lot of damage already, but yeah, very interesting round here. We'll see who comes out on top. Stanislaw gets a boost into window, and this is a free angle, but Tark spots him as he comes through the crawl space. So the round furthers its interesting aspect. Stanislaw with 2, though, towards Market. Beautiful headshots onto Tark and Hazed, and CLG not looking good here.
You know, really nice attempts by both teams. Daps. Oh, this game. I thought they patched this. Jumping pistol dink, falling back into sandwich onto the ticket booth. Nice. Fortunate Glock frag from Daps. And yeah, how this panned out, it seems both teams, at least early on, should have gotten frags from the engagement, but since they didn't, we had to see how both teams would react afterwards. And Conquest had a multifaceted approach, if you will, because with their fallback, they fell back into tunnels and then went with a boost right away. As that was happening, they were hitting the A bomb site. So with those rotations, it definitely favors the T's.
So Conquest make their pistol round work. CLG, on the other hand, tried their best with their aggressive play. But now 13-3. They will be full saving so they can get optimal weaponry in the coming rounds here, not expending a single dime in this one. So we'll see how they make the round play out. Very standard in that they're not getting aggressive anywhere, really. A little bit of leaning towards B. We've got 1 on Catwalk, 2 in the actual site, but other than that, nothing, again, too crazy from CLG.
Yeah, not at all. Pretty stale in my eyes. Don't like this kind of round from the CT side. I mean, if you're going to have just default pistols, try something, but maybe, just maybe, I'll eat my words. Hayes going to be the first up inside of the ladder, playing the cheeky position on top of the ladder. But yeah, if you're playing alone, you need 2 dinks in that situation and immediately.
Yeah, it's definitely a hard fight to take as we see Fugly goes down in B. We've got 2 in Market. Shazam eats a lot of damage. As long as he doesn't re-peek, should be Conquest cleaning up this situation as they move up 14-3. CLG on their map choice. Considering they need to push this to a second best of 3, this is not the start they were looking for at all. As NAF, first one with the Nova, second with the Tech 9. Nobody dies, and Conquest...
Gunslinger.
Yeah, just right. Anything you hand him, he'll make it work.
Sounds like some sort of MMO class that I would not play. 14-3, and yeah, that kind of pistol round or eco round from a CT side, what has to happen? On an eco round like that, you're really going for diverting your opponent's focus, making it some sort of 2 versus 1 in your favor by giving up other positions on the map, because that's how you're going to get frags on eco rounds. And none of that from last round.
So we see Smoke taken to A. Now getting kind of caught on a wall, but I think he was one that was going to lead. No, actually it's Stan here. Rush falls to Cutler underneath balcony. Shazam with a double kill. It's now only Fugly and Hazed, as Hazed does find himself in an interesting spot. Dinks the bomb planter and daps, but still not a good looking situation. Fugly pushes through that CT spawn area. Will be traded off though, and it's left up to Hazed.
Maybe if he can grab Shazam. There is extra time on that bomb now. No HP left. Goes for a 6 flash and blinds both of them. Both people wide screen. So 15-3. And yeah, this is just crushing from Conquest.
Crushing is definitely the word that we're looking for in this scenario. As yeah, Conquest just brutalizing CLG on their map choice. Again, Cobblestone going to be coming up next. But we'll see if it's going to be a 2-0 night for Conquest, considering how kind of manhandling CLG on their map choice. It's not looking so good for them. But we have seen decent things from CLG in the past on Cobblestone. It's just, well, again, we've got Fugly in the lineup. Finesse out at the moment.
Yeah, as I predict Cobble to go, I think CLG is going to meet a wall on the CT side of Conquest, just because executing onto that B bomb site, you have to be so clean as a unit. Everybody's role has to be defined, and any like lapse in between their coordination, I think Conquest will just wreck them.
We're going to be finding out if that will indeed be the case very soon here. Only 3 CTs left up. Make it 2. Hazed and Cutler at opposite bomb sites. You can make the argument that it's fortunate that he's at the right bomb site. You could also make the argument that it's unfortunate, as he has little chance. Cutler gonna take down Rush on the catwalk, does some damage to NAF in middle, but they cannot get a frag. 16-3. I did not think that this map number 1 was going to be that dominant, but here we are. Conquest taking map number 1. Again, if you're just joining us, they've got the upper bracket advantage. So if they take next map, they win the grand finals 2-0. But we are going to take a short break here. When we return, map number 2 in Cobblestone.